Hello everyone, it's Daily here with the Daily Levels commentary for 23rd of January 2018. Let's start with the euro dollar and let's have a look at the long level that we had there yesterday. As you can see, it got hit right there. Unfortunately for me, I wasn't able to get in that trade because my broker quoted the price a little bit higher than the levels. So the price actually didn't touch the levels, so I discarded this level. I wasn't trading it anymore. I know that some of you took the trade, but I wasn't able to, so no trade for me there. But if you look there, today's reaction to the same level was pretty nice one. So if I had a limit order there, it would actually be a profitable trade, but because of this reaction I discarded that level, so there was no trade for me on the second test right there. If you look at the profile of this whole area, of this whole sideways price action, you can see that it's D-shaped profile, which means that there is temporary balance between buyers and sellers, and there is basically pretty tight range on the euro right now, and this is one of the reasons I don't really have any new levels there, because I don't simply see any there in this tight range area. So right now I think that the euro is waiting for some impulse and then it will get moving. I think that there will be a strong uptrend or a strong downtrend after this volume accumulation in this rotation, but right now there simply aren't any levels that I'd like to trade, so we will have to wait for some new levels to form. Well, let's go into the Australian dollar, US dollar. As you can see, there was our short level tested, the short level was right there, and it got tested a little bit sooner right there. It was 1 or 2 pips sooner, and I saw this reaction before I went to sleep, so I didn't leave any limit order there, as I usually do for the Asian session. But if I did leave a limit order, it would actually be a profit. There was this test of the level, then the price went 11 pips against the position, which would miss the stop loss, which was right there, 1 pip above the high, and then you can see there was start of strong selling activity, so it would actually be profitable trade if I left the limit there. But because of this reaction that I saw before I went to bed, I didn't leave the limit there, so no profit for me there, but maybe some of you guys took this one. Right now there is a pretty strong selling activity, pretty aggressive one, and for that reason I was looking for some volume cluster within this area, and as you can see, I marked my short level right there at those heavy volumes, and those volumes got accumulated in this sideways price action. So this is basically the place I'm interested in, and the heaviest volumes got accumulated right there, so that's the reason for my short level. And there is also a second reason for this level. You can see that the price bounced off that level, so it was a pretty strong support level, and when the price went past the level, it became strong resistance. So this is actually a confirmation of my short level. So we have this volume set up right there, and then we also have the support becoming a resistance setup. So there are two setups that confirm our short level there. So for those two reasons, if there is a pullback to this area, I think that strong sellers who are accumulating their positions there will be defending their positions and they'll push the price lower again. I was also considering going short from this area, from this rejection of higher prices, from those heavy volumes within this rejection. But in the end I decided not to take that trade, at least not today. The reason is that this area was already tested twice, by this rejection and by this rejection. And I fear that if there is a pullback to this area, there may not be a third test like this, but I think that the price could actually go past those rejection areas for the third time, because it would be pretty weird for the price to test the same area for the third time and still fail to break through. So for that reason I'm not taking short trade, at least not today. And also because if you look at the higher time frame, you can see that buyers are still pretty strong on the Australian dollar, US dollar. You can see that overall there is an uptrend, And for that reason, I'm rather careful with my short trades, and I am still more long biased on the Australian dollar, US dollar. But this can change if the short-term downtrend you can see right there is to continue today or tomorrow. So maybe there will be an end to the long-term uptrend. Let's have a look at the US dollar, Canadian dollar, and let's start with yesterday's trades. The first test of our level was right there from this volume cluster. As I said yesterday, I wasn't able to jump in this trade because of very wide spread at the market open, which was a shame because it was a very nice reaction there. The second trade that we had was a long from those volumes. This was a profitable trade, very nice reaction. Another long trade we had was also a profitable trade from this area. As you can see, the price went against our long level a bit, but in the end it made a very nice reaction, so there was another profit we had there yesterday. And as far as today's levels are concerned, there is one very nice long level that I like to trade. This long level is right there, and it's based on those massive volumes that got accumulated in this sideways price action area you can see right there. After this volume accumulation, there was rejection of lower prices, pretty aggressive rejection of lower prices, indicating strong and aggressive buyers. And after that, there was a strong buying activity, again indicating very strong and very aggressive buyers. So I think that those buyers were actually accumulating their positions right there in this volume area. And for that reason, if there is a pullback to this area, I think that those strong buyers will be defending their buying positions and they'll push the price upwards from this area. You can also notice that it was sort of resistance zone right there. And when the price went past the level, it became strong support zone. So this is another confirmation, resistance becoming support of the long level that we have there. So there are two confirmations of this long level. I would say that it's a pretty strong level to go long from. If you look over at the US dollar, Japanese yen, you can see that there was a losing trade yesterday from this area. You can see that the price just blew past our short level without any reaction, and for that reason I wanted to enter a reversal trade from this area and go long from there, but I wasn't able to because the entry point got missed by 0.1 pips, so I wasn't able to jump into this long trade. But if you look right there, there was a 9 pip reaction, and even if I was able to jump in the trade, my profit target would be right there, 1 pip above this point. So even if I was able to jump in the trade, I would secure my position below this low and it would be a break-even trade for me. So if you took the trade, you basically had the same result as I did. Also, there was one level tested. It was this long level we had there. It got tested right there, just a little bit before the actual level was hit. For that reason, I discarded this level. I wasn't trading it anymore. And even if I didn't discard a level because of this test, I wouldn't have taken it because of strong macroeconomic news on the Japanese yen in today's Asian session. It was a rate decision of the Japanese central bank, the Bank of Japan. And you can see that this candle was caused by the rate decision news. Basically, when there is this kind of news, I cancel all my limit orders and I'm not trading. So even if I were at my computer and even if this wasn't tested, I wouldn't have taken the trade because of the rate decision. The only possible way to trade this situation would be to enter a pullback and go short from there. But obviously I was sleeping, so I wasn't able to do that. But still you can see the reaction was pretty spot on, pretty nice one. So let's have a look at today's levels. There is one new short level that I like to trade. It's this short level right there. And this short level is based on this very strong rejection of higher prices and strong selling activity, which indicates very strong and very aggressive sellers rejecting higher prices and pushing the price aggressively lower. You can see that most of the volumes got accumulated right there in this area. which means that most of the sellers placed their positions right there. So if there is a pullback to this area, I think that those strong sellers that were rejecting the higher prices will be defending their selling positions and they'll push the price lower from this area. So this is the only level that I have on the US dollar Japanese yen right now, but maybe there will be another level somewhere from this area, from this significant volume area. But right now I still need some sideways price action right there below this area before I look into this area in more detail and try to find a new short level there. So if there is more sideways price action there and I find some viable short level in this area, I'll let you know guys in the forum section. But right now the only official level that I have is this short level. Alright guys, so those were the levels for today. I'll be looking forward to seeing you tomorrow, and until then, happy trading!